Welcome to the training. So excited to teach you 11 years of business advice from a nurse business coach. So welcome. As you are joining, let me know in the comments below what type of nursing you do. And I'm really excited to share what I've learned along the last 11 years. So I have been in online business now for 11 years, built 100% online, and I have helped hundreds and hundreds of people start and grow their businesses for more freedom. And so I started out with a health and wellness company when I was working as a nurse. So I was an ICU nurse for 8 years. And I just really wanted to help people get healthier, stay out of the hospital. I wanted to be able to work from home, be with my family, kind of get away from those 12-hour shifts and working nights, holidays, weekends. I was really tired of being away from my kids and I just really wanted to be with them more. But I also knew that I needed to bring in income for our family. And so I started looking around, joined a health and wellness network marketing company, and started growing with them. So I was with them for 5 years, helped hundreds of people get healthy and start businesses within that company. But then I just realized I want to have something of my own. I want to create my own program. I want to do my own thing. I want to work with people on a deeper level. So January of 2020, I started my own business. And that was after several years of thinking about it. I wish I would have started sooner. And every day I literally kick myself for not starting sooner. So if you were considering starting your own coaching business, now is the time to do it. Don't keep waiting. I wish more than anything that I had started sooner. That's a huge regret of mine. So don't make that be one of your regrets. So what happened was, I kept wanting to start, but I was so scared and nervous. Didn't know if anyone would hire me. But I knew that it was the direction I was supposed to go. It was in my heart. It was very loud. It was very uncomfortable knowing that I needed to leave this company to start my own business. And I had created a downline of thousands of people. It's what allowed me to walk away from my nursing career and work from home and be with my family. So the thought of leaving that to start something brand new was terrifying. It was very scary. But I knew I would regret it for the rest of my life if I didn't start. And when my dad passed away today, today is actually his birthday. So it was back in September 2019. And that really opened my eyes as to how short life really is. And I knew that I would regret for the rest of my life if I never started. So that's why I finally started in January 2020. So I've had my business now for about 6.5 years. We just crossed over 4 million in the last couple of months. And we have helped over 400 nurses and healthcare professionals start and grow their businesses for more freedom, helping with systems, sales, marketing strategies, business strategy to help them grow. I've worked with occupational therapists, dietitians, nutritionists, nurses, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, and people with med spas, home healthcare agencies, clinics, IV hydration, telehealth. I've worked with all of these types of businesses, helping them improve their sales, marketing, and systems to grow their income and their impact. My clients have had massive results. I've had multiple clients go from 0 to 6 figures in less than a year. I worked with an NP who hit 40,000 in her first month of working with me. I've had Helen replaced her income in 2 months of starting our academy. Lacey came in and went from 0 to 111,000 in 7 months. We helped Christy go from 0 to 148,000 in 8 months. So just really insane results. And of course, results are not guaranteed. Results really differ from client to client and from person to person, and also what us as a company experience. And that's really up to you, your effort, your diligence, your skills. But clearly you can see, because we've had dozens and dozens of massively successful nurses and health professionals in our academy that I've worked with have insane results. That we have a proven process. We have a proven system that will help you get there when you implement it and when you put in the work. So I'm really excited to share with you 11 years of business advice. So when you are first getting started, you are allowed to be terrified and start anywhere, right? I just talked about how scared I was to start. It's okay to be terrified and start anyway. You can have both of those at the same time. They're allowed to exist in the same moment. I think a lot of nurses are waiting for the fear to go away before they take the first step. They're waiting to feel ready, to feel certain, to feel like the timing is finally right and the risk feels smaller. And I understand that weight because I lived it. That's exactly how I felt. And like I said, when I shifted from the network marketing company to my own business, I lived inside of that fear for probably 3 years before I finally moved and started my own business. What nobody told me was the fear does not leave before you start. The fear will never go away. It leaves because you start, or it starts to decrease, right? So right before I started, a lot of fear, very terrified. It's like, is this going to work? So scared. But what I found is once I finally moved, once I started the thing, then it was like this huge relief and this huge weight off my shoulders, knowing that I was moving in the direction that I was feeling called to move. I knew that was the direction I was supposed to go. I felt it in every fiber of my being. And so when I wasn't taking action on that path, it was extremely uncomfortable. Every single day, I felt like I was not living my purpose. I knew that I was not doing what I was supposed to be doing, right? So it was very uncomfortable and heavy. And so once I finally took action, started my own business, all of that weight and pressure was just lifted. And I felt like $1,000,000 because I finally took action on what I knew I was supposed to be doing and what my calling was, right? So it stops being the loudest voice in the room when you finally take action on your fear. The nurses that I have watched build the most beautiful businesses, they were not the ones who felt the most confident. They were the ones who felt fear and everything that I just described, and decided that what was waiting on the other side mattered more than the discomfort of moving through it. That decision is available for you right now in this moment, exactly as scared as you feel. You do not need to have it all figured out. You do not need to feel ready. That feeling of readiness, like, it's not going to come. You have to take action anyway in the direction that your heart is calling you. You need to decide that the life you want is worth being uncomfortable for a little while, right? Because there are going to be some things that you're learning, some things that you are implementing that might feel uncomfortable in the beginning, but you have to understand that, like, if that's who you truly want to be, what your vision is, what your goals are, if that's super important to you and making that happen, then you're going to figure out a way to make that happen through the discomfort, right? That's the only way we get to the other side. Like, this has always been the whole thing. So just know that you can be scared and still move. You can still take action even when you're nervous. And if I hadn't, then I wouldn't have the business that I have today. So 11 years of business advice, what I've learned along the way. I spent my first year as a coach working 50 hours a week and doing 20 one-on-one calls. So when I first started my own business in 2020, I was doing like 20 one-on-one calls per week because my business exploded. I had no idea that it was going to explode. Like, I had hired a business mentor to help me get started, but I was only with her for 3 months. And after that, I was like, what am I supposed to do? I have over 20 calls a week. I'm exhausted. I was working like 40 to 50 hours a week as a brand new coach in my brand new business. And I was exhausted. I was like having the time of my life. I was so excited. I finally started and it was finally working. And I was also really helping people and watching them transform right before my eyes. So it was very exciting, but also very exhausting at the same time. So by the time the end of the night hit, like, I was just on the couch, couldn't move. Like, by the time it was time to like read to my kids at bedtime and put them to bed, I was like out. I was so exhausted. I had so much drive, but I had zero understanding of how to scale my business from that point. So the shift really happened when I stopped trying to do everything myself and started investing in more business mentorship, like someone who wanted to scale. So with that, it made me realize, okay, I've got to shift to group coaching because I have a lot of demand. And the only way to lighten my load is to shift the model and create systems. So over the past 6 years, I went all in and I've invested over $220,000 in business mentorship at this point to learn how to scale to 100K months. This is the difference between being stuck at $0 to $5,000 months, building something, and then the difference between that and building something that actually gives you financial freedom. So now we're consistently in overflow. We have continuous and incredible financial freedom to do what we want, when we want, time freedom, like I could have never imagined possible for my life. Most coaches, most health professionals and nurses are still trading time for money and calling it freedom. They're waiting for clients to be convinced instead of positioning themselves as the obvious choice. They're avoiding investment in business mentorship because they think playing small protects them from risk. It doesn't. Your limiting beliefs are keeping you safe. They're keeping you stuck in a business that depends entirely on your time and energy. So if you already have a coaching business and you have so many one-on-one clients that you are just exhausted by the end of the day, then I know that you feel this too. This is exactly how I felt. And I know how you feel. That's exactly how I felt. So what did I do? I implemented group coaching, plugged systems into place. And that's exactly what I teach our clients how to do to free up so much of your time and your energy. So premium clients don't hire people who need to convince them. They hire people who are the obvious choice and have systems that prove it, right? People can tell how strong your systems are and how strong you are as a leader from your social media content, how you interact with them. So if you've been building your business now for months or years and you still feel like you're grinding without traction, the problem is not your niche or your offer. It's that you're operating like a solopreneur instead of leading like a CEO. So if you are looking to learn how to get your business started or how to grow it and really lead it as a CEO, then these are the two types of people that I work with, whether you're just starting out or whether you're ready to scale to the next level and implement systems and group coaching. This is exactly who we work with inside of our Elite Nurse to Coach Academy. All different levels from ground zero all the way up to, earning 5K months. And then I do have limited spaces for one-on-one consulting with me if you're earning above that. So this is who we work with. This is where we help you put everything into place, your systems, your sales, your marketing, helping you know exactly what to do, when, how to put all of your ideas together into a solid plan and have, a stable foundation with your business to finally have that financial freedom, time freedom, to be able to do work that you love, be able to bring in consistent clients on a regular basis who are the right ones, who are willing to invest, who are ready to do the work, who love you, who look up to you and want to learn from you. This is exactly what we help you do. So go ahead and comment the word Academy. Come to my inbox on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, Heather Colledge with the word Academy. Would love to hear from you. And just really excited for what's coming ahead. And if you missed the masterclass last week, it was all about social media strategies. So if you're looking to improve your social media, go ahead and drop the word masterclass and we will send you the replay to that. Hope you have a great week. Take care.